Prince of Persia, owned by Ubisoft, is a well-known and beloved franchise, even though we have not had a proper entry in over a decade. So, when a remake of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, a groundbreaking game, was announced back in 2020, everyone lost their minds. However, everyone's excitement soon turned sour when the remake was said to be in development hell and was eventually indefinitely delayed. Fast forward to June 2023. During the Summer Games Fest presentation, Ubisoft announced a new Prince of Persia title, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. And let's say that initial reactions were not what Ubisoft was hoping for. The reveal trailer had more dislikes than likes, and the comments were also not favorable. It is hard to say what exactly people didn't like about the reveal, but judging from the comments, people were not happy with the music choice for the trailer, the fact that you were not playing as the prince himself, the fact that it wasn't a third-person action game like the others, and, I kid you not, the main character's hairstyle. Yeah. Later on in 2023, however, people were able to get their hands on the game at events and reactions were very positive, which made people pay attention a little more and got them more hyped. Now, in preparation for the game's release, Ubisoft released a demo and I was able to play it. So, how was it? Well, let's talk about it. Let's start at the beginning. The demo opens up with an introduction to the characters and sets up the story. You play as Sargon, who is a member of the Immortals, an elite group of Persian soldiers. Betrayed by Anahita, one of their own, Sargon and the Immortals travel to the mysterious and dangerous Mount Kaf to find her and the prince she has kidnapped, Prince Hassan. After this intro, the demo opens up to you. When the game was first revealed, I thought it was going to be a simple platformer, but I was wrong. At its core, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is a Metroidvania, a style of platformer that is non-linear in its design and rewards and actively encourages exploration. Full transparency, the only true Metroidvania game I have played is Hollow Knight, a game that I failed to complete because it just did not click with me. The Lost Crown, however, might be a different story. The first thing I noticed was the visuals. The game looks great, not because of graphic fidelity, but because of its art style. The characters each look distinct and, based on this very short demo, seem to have unique personalities of their own. You have a character that looks to be the stealthy one, another that is most assuredly the brute of the group, and so on. I found Sargon's character model in particular pretty awesome. He just oozes cool. The next thing I noticed was the voice acting. Although each character only had a few lines, due to this being a short demo, the voice acting, at least during this section, was pretty good.
Stay sharp. Prince Hassan can't be far now.
Something is not right here. We must proceed with caution.
Sure, man, Elias. You can scurry from shadow to shadow like frightened vermin.
I'm serious, Orod. There's a strange presence here. I can feel it too. And there's only one way to find out.
Let's go then.
I can only imagine that during more intense scenes it will only get better. I also like the way conversations are shown, with detailed character portraits displayed next to lines of dialogue. There is even an option to display the conversation history, which I thought was a neat little addition. Now we move on to the gameplay, the heart and soul of any Metroidvania. The combat is pretty easy to get to grips with. Sargon uses his two swords, Kais and Layla, as his primary weapons. He has a bow as his secondary, which I found extremely useful when taking out certain types of enemies. You have one button for your attack, and you can hold it for a stronger attack. You have another button for dodging and one for parry. I, in particular, prefer to dodge rather than parry, because I am horrible at parrying in games. It took a while to get used to where the dodge button was, but not too long. Combat is nice, fluid, and fair, and I can see it getting complex later on in the game. In terms of safe havens, the game utilizes what they call wak-wak trees. Think of them as benches from Hollow Knight or bonfires in the Souls games. While interacting with the trees, you can customize Sargon's necklace by adding or removing amulets to your liking. These amulets enhance Sargon's abilities and playstyle. The amulets bring to mind charms from Hollow Knight. Exploration is integral to the Lost Crown. There are multiple branching paths just waiting for the player to explore. Although I didn't explore much of the map due to the length of the demo, there does seem to be variety in the different areas Mount Kaf has to offer. There are certain areas or items that the player will not be able to access immediately until they have the right tools or abilities to do so. To remember where they are, the game has a pretty cool feature called memory shards, which are used to remind the player of anything they want to take note of. Although I only used this once as part of the tutorial, I can see myself overutilizing this feature throughout the whole game. There are various NPCs to interact with who will help you along the way with different things. Some will sell you items, others will improve your weapons, and so forth. They will also deliver lore bits for you if you're interested. There are also stone tablets throughout the map that have the same purpose. I found myself listening to these NPCs and reading these tablets to help me understand the history behind my new, strange environment.
Your life ends here.
The demo for Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown was a pleasant surprise, albeit very short. I did not know what to expect when going in. I figured it being a Metroidvania would turn me off due to my history with the genre, but it didn't. The game sets up what can be a very epic adventure if done right, and I am curious to see more in the future. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. If you want to, you can even leave a comment. I hope you all have a good one. This is Kid Kojo signing off.